Every 10 subs, the border expands. I have some ideas on what I want to do today. I kind of want to make like a tower. I thought I had more space on the side. Actually, I nearly completely forgot to set the world border to, I think, 29. I am at 293 subscribers. Something that I thought about doing was picking a comment that I could make as my favorite and give some commenter a little shout out, get some audience engagement, you know. So my favorite comment that was left on the last video was, let's make some bacon. Why can't you make bacon in Minecraft? Why is it just whole pork chops? Okay, anyways, I want to finish cleaning up these birch trees. I want more space on the end of this little curl. I think I'm going to procrastinate on building a mob farm again, just because that seems awfully hard and I'm awfully lazy. So the way that this works, you have this little curve, and I want the wizard tower to go right here, and maybe like lean into this side. That reminds me as well, I nearly forgot. I'm making a unique Squimblard for each wood type. You can vote on a name in the comments, just type a suggestion, I'll pick my favorite. I've thought about hollowing out a little section of this so it could go into the tower, because I want my enchanting setup to go at the bottom of the tower, so I know I at least need it a certain size. I need to figure out a better lighting situation. Right now I just kind of have torches just shoved on the side of my build, which I guess is fine for preventing mob spawns, which, now that I'm thinking about, are exactly what I want, so it might be counterproductive. Look, I don't want a creeper just appearing in my base, okay? Anyway, let me try and build like a circle. I think it does make sense to have this open. I need some block that I can use to represent bookshelves so I can plan this out properly. Now that I think about it, enchanting setups are really not meant to be curved. They just look kind of ugly. I mean, I guess this is a game made out of blocks, so I'm not really sure what I was expecting. I guess I could just make the lower floor larger, because I think this area makes sense to be mostly storage. I guess what I could do is have the enchanting setup off to the right, and then maybe like a ladder or something on the left. Because I could have the enchanting setup behind the pillar, so when you walk in it's not extremely noticeable. Then you could have anvils, grindstones, or maybe grindstone, anvil. Either way, this is going to be below the dirt. I don't need to actually expand the tower there. I'm just going to build it all out of cobblestone, get a rough idea of what I'm doing. So I think up here, we're going to reach a second floor, and I'm going to want it to bend in a little bit. Kind of want it to look like it's needing to lean onto the dirt for support. Okay, it looks ugly, but I'm pretty sure that's because it's all cobblestone. When I actually texture it, it should look nicer. I'm liking the way the shape looks. No! God, are you kidding me? Phantoms are finally gonna start spawning. No. It's been 12 days and phantoms have only just started spawning. Phantoms hit for quite a bit. Okay, I need to not die. I need to not die. No. That was such a bad hit. How did it miss me? Damn. I am worse at hitting phantoms than I thought I would be. Yay, the fruits of my labor, a single phantom membrane, let's go. I hate having to trust the process. I just have a massive stone pile of trash, and I just kind of have to trust that it's gonna actually look good eventually. Except it's made by me, so it's probably not gonna look too good. I do think I want the roof to be tilted. Maybe it would make sense to go inward, like this part is curved. Because I would like to make a little parkour course that goes around so I can actually jump on something other than just my hobbit hole's roof. Also, subscribe. I want sand so I can fill in this window. It was supposed to be a window, but it's just been open for so long. In my defense, gaining subscribers is hard. Supposedly the first 1,000 are the hardest, which that's making me feel optimistic since I'm doing a pretty good job at growing already. And I'm only going to get better at YouTube. It looks weird because the dirt is directly next to the stone. So what I'm going to do for the roof, I have no idea. I haven't really thought this through. I guess birch could work. Yeah, that birch looks ugly. Let me add some andesite and slabs to this whole thing. Is there tough stairs? I don't even remember. I think this one being tough stairs makes more sense. And I guess this could also be tough, so there's a little tough like streak here. Maybe there could be a patch of tough here. This is starting to shape up a little nicer. I still think it is a bit ugly. Wait, okay, does more tough patches make sense, or does like andesite patches make sense? Because having tough streaks looks pretty nice. That's a cow! I swear to God I heard a cow. Hold on. Let me turn on subtitles. Where do you turn on subtitles? I don't remember. Should I just start digging? There's a cow somewhere. Okay, I want video evidence of there being a cow. I swear I'm hearing a cow. Now that I think about it, this Minecraft world's actually turning out to look pretty nice. I want to get rid of that. This is just to make sure I don't fall into it. Because unfortunately, I can't be trusted without handrails. Okay, the andesite does not look as good as I thought it would. I think in general, I just like more tuff. Tuff just looks actually kind of nice. I love that I actually have enough wheat to not starve to death anymore. This is so magnificent. I don't get how phantoms spawn. I thought it was like, oh, you don't sleep for 3 days. They show up to your home address and break your kneecaps. But nope. It's day 13, and they've spawned once. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with the andesite. I am actually kind of low. I'm probably going to wait until I can get another wheat. Which was 2 seconds, because I have so many crops now. Okay, my tower doesn't look insanely ugly. I think I need a light patch like here. Here looks like a spot that I need some andesite. I think it's time that I actually start building the roof. I think I want it to look like a hat, so the edge curves out a little bit, but then the top is like a droopy bit. You see what I'm going for, right? You probably don't, because I'm doing a poor job at explaining it, but I'm gonna do my best. Okay, I'm fine being on half a heart. I'm just gonna not take fall damage. I'm worried that the top is gonna look weird because it's all birchwood. I'm gonna try and make it look good. I'm warming up to the way the tower looks. I think it's a bit close to the border, and the top looks a bit wonky, but for the most part, it seems pretty decent. Yeah, I think this is pretty nice. Boom. This is the rim. It looks a little wonky, and I don't know if I like that. I also don't know how I'm actually going to go about doing the other parts. Because I could use stripped logs. Just from below, the top looks weird. Up here, I think it looks pretty fine. And what I want to do is maybe place this like this. I want it to curve. Actually, I think stairs would go nicer than slabs. Make it really feel like it's bending. I don't know if this makes sense. Throw another log there. And bend the top. Okay, this is shaping up to be pretty weird looking. I hope that it will work out. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like this part is a little too tall. You have like this. That is definitely too big looking. Oh, this looks so ugly. This looks so bad. Oh my god, this is horrible looking. That could be a log. This back bit could be stairs. Oh, that looks a little better, I guess. Slabs like this. That looks slightly better. It's still pretty bulky. Okay, I think I need this to be higher and curve slower. Maybe it's this bit that's too large. Would it make more sense for the logs that were here to be replaced by maybe like slabs, and then I could do more stairs like that, like this. This turned out slightly better than I expected. I was having doubts. I thought, wow, my idea is so dumb, it'll look ugly several times, but nope. It's starting to actually shape up a little bit. I think what I need now is fence posts. I'm gonna need to use some scaffolding. I hate that there's a block called scaffolding when the only true scaffolding in Minecraft is dirt. You know, I've decided I am gonna go down and make something. I don't know if this is gonna look good or if I'm just gonna... That's fine. Anyways, I don't know if this is gonna be a massive waste or if it's gonna look really good, but I'm spending iron on a lantern. Iron is a very limited resource, and I have chosen to spend it on a build that does not look good at all. This is so ugly. Why did I think this looked good? Hold up. Maybe we can save it. That? Actually, that looks quite a bit better, I think. Huh. It was that easy? That's all I had to do for it to look pretty good? I think it would look better if it didn't have the whole ugly fence thing and that was just a slab, but Huh. Wait a second. Let me go down and just take a peek. To be honest, that doesn't actually look bad. Yeah, I don't think that looks bad. I think that actually looks pretty good. I thought I was going to be disappointed in myself, but that actually turned out pretty decent. Let me just do a few more finishing touches. And I made a cute little window. That window is way too fat. I need to make a thinner window. And yeah. We got a nice little wizard tower. That took, honestly, quite a bit to build, but I think it looks pretty nice. This went from looking pretty nice to looking like a horror movie. This has been a pretty productive episode. I've done quite a lot. I'm pretty happy with how this tower turned out, honestly. I want string so I can actually get wool for a bed and make a fishing rod to try and get something. I don't know why mobs aren't spawning, but whatever. I'm gonna go now. See ya.